Hey gang, Tom here again. How are you today? It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon and we're going to do some drawing today. And what I am doing today is, this is going to be the first of a three-part series called Anatomy of a Sketch Card. And basically what I'm going to show you is how I go from pencils to inks to color on a sketch card that I'm doing. These sketch cards I am doing for Dynamite Entertainment. It's for their Dynamite series that's based on a comic book that they're currently producing. And basically it's heroes that are zombies, heroes versus zombies, and zombified characters all together. So what I am going to do is going to show you how I start and get into the sketch, and basically talk about my process of how I go along and do a sketch card for the company. I've done these sketch cards, been working for them for about a year now, maybe a year and a half, and they've had multiple sketch card series that I've done quite a few sketch cards for, and I really enjoy it. I have a lot of fun, and they like my work because they keep asking me if I want to do more, so that's a good thing. So let's get started. What you can't see is I'm looking at a reference for a face, so I like to use reference when I can on faces and figures and stuff. It just helps. It helps with my drawing, and it helps with making the drawing a little more believable, and it gives a idea of how that, a sense of realism. So what I'm doing now is basically laying out the drawing how I want it to be. Sometimes, like I've done this and I don't feel that it's quite what I'm going for. It's not big enough, so take the kneaded eraser, erase, start all over again. You're like, oh my God, you erased exactly what you start. Yeah, I start because you know what? A lot of times you're not satisfied with what you're doing. There we go. Let's make the face just a little bit bigger. Right, and that's why they invented erasers. Because yeah, you don't get sad. Sometimes you're doing stuff and you're like, I don't like the way that's turning out, and I'm going to change it. Okay, so the character I'm going to be working on is Vampirella, but a zombified version of Vampirella. I'm a little tongue-tied today. I don't know why. And what I'm doing here is just laying out the structure. And basically what that is I've learned from studying a man named Andrew Loomis how to structure and start this, what we call the foundation of a face. What you have to do in order, because there are certain areas on the face that, for your nose, your eyes, your hair, stuff like that. So I basically lay it out like this, center line of the face, and then this ball that I drew in here, and do a center line of that. Usually the center line, this top center line gives us where the eyebrows will lay. This bottom center line is usually for the eyes. This is where your nose is, and this is where your mouth will be. Now, being it's a zombified version of Vampirella, it's not going to be just a nice drawing of a beautiful looking woman. It's going to be a horror drawing. Oh no, why would I do that? Well, that's what the comic did, and That's what it calls for. So right now I'm just fleshing it out, and put in this side for the ears. Basically, the ears are like a C shape, the letter C, basically. This is her neckline here, shoulders, and then the eyes are basically almond shaped, sort of. And what I like to do is do that first, just like that, and then put the eyebrows in. And I'm always checking to make sure to see if okay. So the hairline, the top of the hairline, is a measurement between the top of the eyebrows and the nose. So if you were to see how, like, I take my pencil and I measure it here, and it's roughly, you can't see it, I can see it, it's roughly from the bottom of the pencil to the very top of this green line on my pencil. So I just take it up, start there, and I see, and it lands right about there, roughly. It's where the hairline should start. And okay, so we have that marked down, and we do that. So now the nose. So you bring, as you use the tear ducts on the face to basically give you an angle as to how wide the nose should usually be. Usually it's an eye width. An eye width should be in between, because the head is usually 5 eye widths across. And this space, 1 eye width, if you bring down the edges, this is where usually the edge of your nostril is. These are, like I said, marking. It's all stuff that I learned from Andrew Loomis's book, which I will recommend at the end of the video. He was an illustrator and a teacher during the 30s, 40s, 50s, and he wrote several books which are basically considered classics and masterpieces because of the way he simplified how to draw a face, the way he simplified how to draw a body, and how he also taught perspective in his books. Everything was really broken down into your foundation, and then as you go along and make your detailed drawing, he showed you, hey, do it this way and not this way. And if you talk to other artists, a lot of other artists will tell you that they've either heard of him or they've been, I'll tell you that they've heard of him or they've been influenced by him. He's been the most I've been influenced through my artistic career was him, the way how to draw, my drawing process. And he's very, like I said, all his stuff is very simplified, but it's smart and it's fresh, and even though he's been gone for a really long time, his artwork and his teachings, they stand the test of time, kind of like, say, Michelangelo or Van Gogh, where all their paintings and so forth have withstood the test of time. It's the same way with Andrew Loomis with his books and the information that he shares in them. That don't mind me. That he shares. I'm kind of stuttering because I'm looking for the right word, so don't, that the information that he passes along is extremely helpful for anyone that decides, hey, this I need to learn how to draw, and I would like to learn how to draw better. And that is, I am stuck again. I'm new at this, so I'm trying to think of what to say and not sound like I'm preaching, be like, oh yes, well, this is the way to go, and da da da. No, it's just he's one of many artists. There's other artists that you could that have put out books and are just very qualified. It's all personal preference, but as for me, if somebody were to ask me, what would you recommend? The first thing out of my mouth is Andrew Loomis. So as you can see, the face is starting to take shape. And what I'm going to do now is spot where the hair should fall for Vampirella. It's usually above her eyebrows, and it usually falls down right around her neck. It usually droops down around her neck. Oh, she does have a collar. There's a white collar. I have to put that in, because people will be like, I forgot it. Yeah, I know. So, and as you'll see, what's going to happen here is, because I am doing a zombified, yeah, tongue twister, say zombified version 15 times fast. Because I am doing a zombified version of Vampirella. Come on, Tom, you can do it. You can do it, yes you can. I'm just laying in the shape of the hair. It's not going to stay that way because, as with zombies, everything's dying and decayed, and they don't have perfect hair, perfect teeth. So that is how. That's the beginning. It's not completely penciled, but that's my basic bare bones sketch that I'm going with. And so far so good. What I'm going to do now is dig up another piece of reference, and it's going to be a skull, because I'm going to probably drop out this eye here and just make it a socket. Make it a socket, and scars on the face, decaying flesh. The hair I'm going to end up wrecking and having it be all over the place, tattered. I'm going to, even though this is her collar, that'll probably be tattered too. And really just basically turn this from a pretty woman's face into a zombie. Why did I do that? Because I am very bad at this because I am just, it's brand new to me. It's something that I'm trying to get a hold of, and instead of just talking, I'm just like, damn, well, let's see, what do I want to do now? So anyways, I'm going to end the video here. This is how I begin. This is how I begin most of my sketch cards. Basic idea, basic foundation of a face, the markings, split the face, draw the markings for where the eye goes, the nose goes, the mouth, the ears, then lay in all the other features and the hair. So now that I have this, the next time you see this, you'll see the penciled version, and then I will go into the inks, and that'll be the second part of this 3-part series of Anatomy of a Sketch Card. So if you like what you see here, please hit the subscribe button. I do intend to do more of these. Like I said, I'm a rookie right now. I'm just starting out, and hopefully you'll come along for the ride with me, and we'll have a lot of fun doing this together. And hopefully maybe you'll learn some things, and hopefully you'll see some decent art come across this drawing board that I'm on. Oh, also, before I forget, Andrew Loomis. Put his name in the search bar, and you will find he has several books, 2 of which I recommend, which one is called Drawing the Head and Hands, and the other one is Figure Drawing for All It's Worth. He has 5 books, I believe, that are out. Those 2 I highly recommend because they are the best. Look him up, find out what he's about, and let me know if you like him or you don't like him. All right, and until next time, we will, when I show you the second stage of the inking, we'll do this again, and as they say in the comics, to be continued.